Hi, I'm Brenda Spangru with Sorted Organizing and Productivity. I'd like to talk with you today about being more organized and productive in your office and throughout your day. Now, some of you may be groaning right now saying you've heard this all before, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I should be more organized, and yes, I should be more productive, blah, blah, blah. Well, I want to tell you a different story about becoming organized. You know, it's a secret I discovered right off the bat when I started helping independent business owners and busy professionals become more organized and productive in their office. So if you'll just give me a few moments of your time, I promise I'll share something so unique and different from what you've ever heard before. Even if you've read bookshelves full of organizing books, and even if you've attended oodles of self-help seminars, what I want to share with you is an entire different way of thinking. If you've ever spent a weekend in your office cleaning up all the piles and putting things away just for it all to return again a month later, then what I'm about to share with you is going to really excite you. Now, what would you say if I told you that you could create an office that actually maintained itself so you wouldn't have to spend a weekend playing catch-up again? It's actually possible. Could you imagine what you could do with that time instead? You know, it's said that the average person wastes a minimum of 6 hours a week looking for things. If you're someone that is struggling with paper piles around you, I'm talking to you. How many hours would you say that you may be wasting looking for things? Now, you know your time is money, right? You can't argue with that. But yet you allow yourself to continue to try and operate in this chaos and then question why you aren't productive and why you can't seem to get done all the things you need to get done. It's really pretty silly, isn't it? So I'm here to shake you up and stir the pot a bit. I don't want you to let yourself off the hook any longer. You see, it's my mission to help you discover where things are getting stuck in your business so that you can actually be organized and productive and get out in the world and kick hiney with your gifts and passion, because that's really what you want to do with your time, isn't it? If you could do that, do you also see how that would positively impact your bottom line? So you have to ask yourself, what are your financial goals? If you sit down at your desk or within your office, can you look around and say, this office supports my financial goals? If not, you are in the right place to hear the right message. So you're ready for the secret? Because here it is. It's not you that can't be organized. It's the systems that you're using that don't support you. Let me say it again because you need to get this. It's not you that can't be organized. It's the systems that you're using that aren't supporting you. And that's the truth. Now it's time to believe it. If you create the right system within your office, you will be organized. And best yet, it will maintain itself. And wouldn't that be awesome? So your next question should be, how do you know what the right system is? And that's a great question. And the answer is, there are several steps to discovering this. And because I'm not going to give you this fabulous news and then leave you hanging, I'm going to share with you these steps in my 3-part video series. So let's just jump right into step 1 right now. If you don't have a pen and paper handy, you better go get one because this is great stuff. You're going to want to write it down. So in order for a system to work for you, the system has to meet 3 requirements. I call them the 3 successful system requirements. The 3 successful system requirements. The system must be 1, easy to use, 2, convenient to use, then 3, you've committed to using it. Now let me repeat them so you can write them down. 1, they're easy to use. 2, the system must be convenient to use. And 3, you're committed to using it. So here's an example to help drive this point home. Can you think of an organizing solution within the kitchen that everyone, even the most organizationally challenged, use every time? It's the utensil caddy. Everyone uses it. Every time you put your silverware away, you put the spoons in the spoon slot, the forks in the fork slot, and the knives in the knife slot. Every time. Now, if you're someone that says that you can't be organized, then why do you think you're able to accommodate this organizing solution? Well, because it meets all 3 of the successful system requirements. It's easy to use. You just open a drawer and drop them right in. It's convenient to use. It's probably located right next to the dishwasher or at least close enough to it. And 3, because it's easy and convenient, you've committed to using it. Now, let's use this same organizing solution and take out the 3 successful system requirements and see what happens. Let's put a lock on the utensil drawer so that you need to get a key, unlock the lock, and open the drawer just to put the utensils away. Now it's not very easy to use, is it? You've taken a 1 or 2 step process and now made it into a 4 or 5 step process. So what do you think may happen now instead? My guess is that you may choose to put the silverware on top of the counter above the drawer to put away later. Now, let's make the silverware caddy not very convenient to use by moving it into a different room of the house. Now, when you're ready to unload the dishes, you have to walk into another room to put the silverware away. Not very convenient, is it? And again, you may choose not to use the system and instead set the silverware on the counter to deal with later. With the system not very easy to use and not very convenient to use, where do you think your commitment to using the system is? 0 to none. If it's not very easy to use and not very convenient to use, chances are you won't be committed to using it very often at all. So you may be saying, that's a great story, Brenda, but how does that translate to my office being disorganized? You see, it's all the same. Once you get this, you can apply this principle to any organizing solution you may be challenged with. But since we're talking about office organizing and productivity, I'll tell you how it applies, which is part 2 of the secret I want to share. And the 3 parts to a successful system requirements, the key factor is you. When you're putting a system in place for your office, these 3 questions must be asked as it pertains to you, the user of the system. Would the system be easy for you to use? Would the system be convenient for you to use? And would you be committed to using it? The key lies in discovering what your organizing personality is. So watch my next video in which I'll be sharing part 2 of the secret on how you can be organized by helping you discover what your organizing personality is. Yep, there are actually 3 organizing personalities. Discover yours and you'll be looking at your office through brand new eyes. Until we meet again, I'm Brenda Spangrud, wishing you an organized and productive day.